Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna check out Doctor Strange's new uniform and I'm gonna try to answer the question, should you get it? Also, I'm gonna show you how he compares to Odin, specifically against Cull Obsidian. Let me first say, I love how this uniform looks. Animations look great. Now there's a little too much of a visual noise, but you don't really care about that, specifically in World Boss, because he just locks down the bosses. Okay, so is he as good as Odin? Well, specifically against Cole, not quite. I'll show you a couple of screenshots and I'll try to explain why Odin is ever so slightly better. First, I'll show you two screenshots of a stage 92 Cull Obsidian clear by Strange and Odin with the same strikers and pretty much the same team. You can see that Odin clears it, and for Strange there is around 2 bars left. So in this situation Odin is slightly better. Okay, but this is not the best way both of those characters could and should be used against Cull. The best way to use Strange against Cull Obsidian is with Hex as a striker. Hold on a second, we'll talk about that a bit later. And the best way to use Odin is with Mystique as the support and occasionally using Mystique's all defense down from her awakening skill. In that situation, again Odin is better because he can actually clear stage 99 comfortably, while the best I could do with Strange was around 3 bars left. Technically Strange can do stage 99, but it is situational. Again, we're gonna talk about that a bit later, which means again the average player will push higher with Odin. So essentially Odin is ever so slightly better than Strange, specifically against Cull Obsidian. I think for pretty much any world boss, Odin is or will be better than Strange, besides Ebony Maw. I think Strange should and probably will be slightly better than Odin against Ebony Maw, because as you guys know, he kind of like goes a lot in iframes and gets that yellow arm buff where he takes like a 90% reduced damage or something like that. This happens a lot when you're playing with Odin. On the other hand, Strange wouldn't have that problem because he's just gonna lock him down. Okay, so should you get this uniform? To get the answer to that question, you need to answer another one. Will you use Doctor Strange as a main DPS, main damage dealing character? What I mean by that is currently you can use tier 3 Strange with Weapon Hex in a team, plus another DPS character to clear stage 99 for multiple bosses. Most of the time, the DPS character doesn't even need a rage. Obviously, you don't even need a rage or a uniform for DS with that strat. So this is a very free to play friendly method for clearing high world boss stages. On the other hand, if you will use Strange as the damage dealing character, you must have a rage on him to be able to clear high world boss stages. And here's the banger, most of the time the clear with the DS/weapon hex method is actually faster. What I think right now is, unless you already have rage on him and want to use him as a damage dealer, you should just skip his uniform. In a sense, someone in my shoes should not get this uniform. If I could refund it, to be honest, I would, because I won't be using him as a main damage dealer. Don't get me wrong, it is a really good uniform. Strange actually can push between 10 to 15 stages higher with it compared to the Infinity War uniform. But as I said, you can just do the same without the need of a rage with the DS/weapon hex method. I'm just gonna add one more thing. Just wait a couple of more days until we see how is the situation in ABX and how much worse he got from the pre-built APK. I'll definitely make a video about that. So today I'm gonna show you a stage 95 Cull Obsidian clear. I know there are some stage 99 clears out there. I will explain to you why my Strange can do stage 99, and most likely yours won't be able to too, because this is a fairly unique situation. It is basically due to the conquer level. Conquer level is extremely important for this clear because we're gonna be using weapon hex as a striker. Now, wait a second. You're probably like, why are we using hex as a striker? Wasn't that bad? Unless you're doing a one-shot. Wouldn't that activate the resist mechanic and screw Strange's own all defense down? Yes, using hex as a striker is usually bad unless you're doing a one-shot. Unless we're talking about Doctor Strange. And this is due to the way Strange plays. Let me explain. So, the all defense down is applied by his tier 3 skill. It is applied by the clones, and every time the clones attack, it is reapplied. And the way Strange plays is you constantly spam and you essentially have the tier 3 skill up and active 90% of the time. This is why the resist mechanic is not a problem for him. Even though after a certain period of time the resist will kick in and will start to cleanse the old defense down, the old defense down will just get reapplied by the clones from his tier 3 skill. Compare that to, for example, Odin. Let's take his 5th skill. So the old defense down lasts 10 seconds. It starts applying when the meteors start dropping from his 5th skill, and the animation of those meteors lasts around 3 seconds, which means ultimately he has around 13 seconds all defense down. But if we were to use hex with him, after the resist mechanic kicks in, at the end the 10 seconds duration of the all defense down goes down to only 1 second. And when we add the part where it gets reapplied, we would get somewhere around 3-4 seconds of all defense down. That would be a huge damage decrease compared to the 13 seconds duration. That's why we don't use hex as a striker with Odin, and as a matter of fact with most of the characters that have their own all defense down. You want to use hex as a striker with Strange because at the beginning you can take advantage of the 100% all defense down until the resist mechanic kicks in, and after the resist kicks in, it doesn't really inhibit Strange's ability to apply all defense down because it is a spam fest. And this is the part where I tell you that you essentially need level 100 or close to level 100 Conqueror to be able to clear stage 99 Cull Obsidian with Doctor Strange. Because the higher your Conqueror level is, the more time you have until the resist mechanic kicks in, which means the more time you have utilizing the 100% all defense down from hex. Essentially that's why my Strange can't do stage 99, because I have only level 84 Conqueror. I hope I could explain to you the ins and outs of why using Hex as a striker is best with Strange and the importance of Conqueror level specifically in this situation. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video against Corvus and Ebony. He can definitely do stage 99 against both of them. He was able to do around stage 90s against both of them with the Infinity War uniform for me. So it should be a piece of cake with the new uniform. But definitely we're gonna check how much better he got against Galactus this Saturday. So do not miss that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You guys take care. I'll see you next time.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired